Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Ooh, yeah, I am sounding a little congested. Sorry. You know what? I think I like the lighting better. Yeah, I'm sounding a little congested today. I'm tired again. But I'm just so excited. I can't, there's so much I want to do. So, there was a full moon this morning in Washington, D.C. at 8:30 a.m. And because I'm a little congested, this full moon was in Aquarius, the sun in Leo. And whenever the moon goes in Aquarius and then there's some fixed signs involved, I kind of lean towards like headaches and migraines. So I'm going to keep the talking a little bit shorter on here because I just want to make sure we get the Tarotstrology going. And I finally did it. I drew up the astrology chart for Moscow, Russia, because there are things going on over there, and I can tell Putin is scared, and he should be, because they're going to be having shakeups for a while. So we'll check in with that as well. I think I'm going to start adding Russia to our weekly lunations. I feel like my lunations, we get so much information from them for the week upcoming. I just wish we didn't feel like we were all having to babysit this administration and the Republican Party and Bill Barr to keep them all in check. I mean, look at all these tarot readers and astrologers that are coming out so that we don't lose our minds and that we can share some more information so that we can keep pace of what's going on. It's really kind of crazy. Okay, speaking of not wanting to be too verbal, but now here I go off on another thing. This is Donald's solar return chart. The solar return chart, like I've told you, it's when the sun returned to 22 degrees Gemini, 55 minutes on the day of his birthday this year, and that's where the sun was when he was born. So since the year is not a perfect 300, every day is not equally divided into the year, sometimes your solar return will fall on your birthday or the day before or the day after. So this was his solar return. What it does is it gives you a map for what's going on for the upcoming year. So what's different about this, and it's this is going to be important for when I get to the Taroscope and the forensic analysis on Jeffrey Epstein, which, oh my gosh, holy cow, the one that I did yesterday with the timeline, still blowing my mind. But when I get to Donald, because he's up next in that series, I talk about his solar return. Now, the way you count the days of the year is different in a solar return than you do just with our regular calendar year. This is his birthday. The first day of a horoscope year, an astrological year, actually is the first day of spring. And that's called the Aries point. And the Aries point always starts at the ascendant. So, at the solar return, his birthday was June 14th. We start on the ascendant. And then we start counting days of the year, like June 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and so on. But we count the order is not just going like this, because we count the angles first in the solar return year. Then we moved on to the fixed houses, and then we get to the mutable. Okay? So I know that might be confusing, but this is really, really important. And I'm just saying it now so that you can kind of get the heads up when we get to Donald. So his solar return year started on June 14th. And when the sun was there through July 13th, we were dealing with first house issues. He had a really, really bad month, especially that's why the eclipses hit him so hard in July, because he had all this Aries energy on the ascendant. And he was dealing with Cancer, the sign that squares him where his planets are. Oh, God, what a mess. So anyway, that went from June 14th to July 13th. Then we moved to the next angle, house on the angle, because it's a cardinal sign. And that started on June 23rd, and it goes to August 15th. This is what I want to show you. August 15th, technically in this house, it's the last degree of a sign. It behaves like the 29th degree. Like when I showed you in the Tarotstrology with Jeffrey Epstein and the timeline of his death, he was dead/dying when the part of life was at 29 degrees. He was done. That's kind of what this is like, because you can't do anything else. It's an ending point. So Donald, today, this full moon Tarotstrology sits on the cusp of his 5th house, and it's an ending point for him. And I am telling you, that guy is so jittery, so is Putin. And I have 2 theories for that. One of them is, well, we're at this ending point. It's like a crisis point at this full moon. Also, Uranus going retrograde. 6 degrees, 36 Taurus. Oh, that's in the 8th. In Donald's natal chart, Uranus is conjunct his sun. It's like right there. That's what gives him so much. He thrives on chaos and the unexpected and the unknown and lobbing bombs into this or that and just blowing things up. He loves the chaos. He craves it. That's why rules and stability feel like death to him. He cannot handle it. So Uranus went retrograde. Maybe you all can feel this. I know I can feel it. Something definitely feels different in the tone of the energy in the world. Think about July, where everything was kind of moving so fast, and then it was just one thing after another, and just chaos here, there. Well, things have not only settled down because we're in fixed signs, but that chaos that seems to have been abounding everywhere that hasn't been able to be reined in, it kind of feels like, whoa, it's been reined in. And now it's been turned inwards. Like we feel like we have kind of introspectively, that's a word, can kind of get a grip on it. And the thing is, that chaos, the unexpected, is in Taurus, which is disposited by Venus. So the women, the female energy, are going to be the things that are shaking things up. This is why Mitch McConnell is nervous. He has a definite shift in tone. He's an Aquarius. His Venus is retrograde, so that's just why he's just kind of a cruel bastard. And that's just what I'm going to be calling them after that video on Miracle on Ice, and to get the commie bastards that quote. I rather like it, and I love that you all are sharing your experiences with that quote and your hockey teams. Oh my goodness. But that's another story for another day. So here is the full moon chart. The sun is at 22 degrees Leo for 24 minutes. It's in the 12th house. Remember, the 12th house, the sun had just risen, so it's at 8:30. The 12th house is the house of secret enemies. Ergo, Jeffrey Epstein had secret enemies in his jail cell. Jails, hospitals. It's a place of seclusion. It could be a place of rest, or you'll be secluded if you are so disillusioned we need to lock you up. Pisces, this is ruled by the sign of Pisces. Pisces is known as the sign as the compassionate servant. They are compassionate to a fault. Their sense of love and wanting to do good is endless. They are easily manipulated, and they can lean towards being a martyr at their worst. The moon is in the 6th house of work. This is traditionally ruled by Virgo. I've been seeing the Hermit a lot lately, showing up as espionage. And the 6th house, Virgo, is the Hermit card. We have the moon there. The other thing is we have Jupiter conjunct the midheaven, but it has just gone into the 3rd house, Donald's house. And this summer, we're continuing this theme of planets being in the 2nd and 8th. Income, taxes, debts owed. And here's Uranus is again hanging out here, and Donald must hate it because he just wants to protect his money. These planets right now compared to the new moon and the new moon eclipses, these are all now in hanging out in the 10th house. So this is, even though it's hidden right now, there's a sense that we can like see what's going on. Okay, just a second. Okay, some other things to notice. When the sun was rising, the sign of Virgo was coming up over the eastern horizon. The ascendant is 17 degrees Virgo. Virgo is the natural ruler of the 6th house. There's the moon. And look at this. Virgo is ruled by Mercury up in the 11th house. The 11th house of hopes, wishes, friends, dreams, science, revolutionaries. At its worst, it loses sight of humanity and can be rather cruel in the pursuit of revolutionizing things and changing things. That is ruled. The 11th house is ruled by the sign of Aquarius, which is in the 5th house and on the cusp of the 6th. In a horoscope of a government or a nation, the sun represents the president of the president. So here's Donald sitting in the 12th house of secrets, hidden enemies. Leo rules the sun. Leo is the traditional ruler of the 5th house. And so here, look, we have Pluto, life, death, destruction, transformation, really close to the 5th house cusp. Look what's here. The sun right now is kind of, the sun in his solar return chart, remember, is falling on this 5th house cusp. So there's the sun between Saturn and Pluto. So he's kind of between a rock and a hard place. In the 7th house, Donald sees we the people as his opposition and his enemy. We have the planet Neptune conjunct the descendant. So there's a couple ways to look at that. We're going to have access to maybe secret information, or we're going to be covered with haze. This also represents oil. Squaring these. My only concern is if there were to be an accident, that it might involve like oils and toxins, like in the ocean, or it could involve some sort of noxious gases, because this is really close to the descendant and Neptune is on the retrograde. So there's something kind of blanketing the people. Also, Neptune, I mean, it can also be very spiritual and be very kind of protective and angelic that way. So there's two ways to look at that. So that's kind of what I have my eye on for we the people. And so let's do this Tarotstrology. We'll do Donald first and see where his focus is for this week. You know what? I'm going to turn this off because I want to shuffle these some more. You know what I was just thinking about? What if I just did? I love this 3-pile. The 3-pile yes, no question. Let me do one real quick. Will Donald leave office this week for good? Yes, no. So there's pile 1. Will Donald leave office for good this week? Well, ooh. Oh, what's this? Ace of Cups reversed. if this is the only Ace of Cups, or Ace, that was the first one drawn. That means no. Will Donald leave office this week for good? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's the second ace reversed. I think that makes it a yes, but delayed. Does Donald leave office this week? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, the 13th card is the Republican Party. Are they going to make him leave? I don't know, you guys. Maybe he'll leave this week. But we have 2 aces reversed. If it was just 1 ace reversed, that would be a no. We have 2 aces, so that's a yes. Reversed, though, could be delays or warning. But the Republican Party, in my opinion, is involved because that's the 10 of Cups. Look at, they're fading away. Kind of like Back to the Future and the family is disappearing. I'm curious, where's that other ace? Oh, no, that's... No, that's Magician. I'm sorry, I don't have my contacts in. And I need new glasses. Yeah, I know, I have a problem with glasses. I'll get that taken care of, you guys. What one was I reading on? And I don't even know, but I was... Okay, there's one. There's an Ace Pentacles reversed all the way in the back. Ooh, near the sun. Go to the light. So there's... Oh! Look how close that is. 1. What's this? 4 of Cups. Take it or leave it. Get out of here. Come on. I'm going to beat you with this wand. Get out of my White House. 3 of Swords. Nope, not heartbroken. Leave. Go. Shoo. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. We're so burdened by this. 2 of Wands. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm being silly. Okay. So, he might leave this week, you guys. I should be asking that every week, huh? That was interesting. Okay. On the Ascendant. Oh, wow, look at that. Someone's got a tower. A big old empty tower on the Ascendant. Hey, how you doing, handsome? Donald has a tower on the Ascendant. How about that? Okay, so we've got... I'm going to do these first like this because I cannot do... Okay, so the sun is there. The moon... And Leo rules that. Let's put it 1 here for the 5th. Okay, so the moon is in Aquarius in the 6th. It is ruled by Uranus in the 8th. I mean, it's disposited by Uranus in the 8th. And it rules the 6th. Let's go up here to... I feel like I didn't say that correctly. Okay, so we also have Venus is in Leo in the 12th. Let's do this. Oh, wait, no. In the 12th, it rules the 9th, and it rules the 1st. We also have Mars in Leo in the 12th. It rules, oh, the 8th, disposited by the Sun. It also rules, where's Scorpio? It rules the 3rd. Okay, the Ascendant is ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules the 10th, and it's ruling the 1st. And I think we just need to get something here in the 4th and in the 7th. Did I forget anyone? No. Ooh, the star reversed. Hopeless. We didn't pick you. Okay, so the sun in the 12th, we have, ooh, 9 cups, Trump crime syndicate. The campaign is reversed. No, you can't have what you want. And you have all your enemies here, Venus and Mars. You know what? I can't help. Jeffrey Epstein is so much on his mind. Like, he is freaking out. He is freaking out like you would not believe. Okay, and the ascendant is ruled by Mercury. What do we have in the 11th? We have, 7 of Cups. We don't quite know yet. There's some gaslighting, confusion. Let's go over here to the 6th, where the full moon is. We have the Knight of Wands. Oh. So either Donald's going to take action for Putin, which is what he does when we are kind of having these attacks that are related to this being provoked, or someone else is going to do something on behalf of the people. But this also is pushing up into the 7th. What do we have on the 7th for we the people? King of Cups, reverse. Crap. My God, Putin is always all over these things. He was angry Putin on the descendant. Oh, crap. I don't like this, you guys. I feel like Putin's planning to do something to us, and now it involves gas or oil. Okay. The ascendant is ruled by Mercury. It rules what's going on in the 10th? We have the Queen of Cups, United States, reversed. I don't like that either. What do we have down here? What do we have here in the 1st? Ruled by Mercury. We have Donald is carrying his burdens. These are his burdens. So he's going to be doing something about his burdens. Oh my gosh, I missed the 2nd house. I knew I was going to miss someone. I need a card here. What rules the 2nd? Here we have Libra on the 8 of Swords. Bound up. Last week, Donald was here protecting his money, and he let Putin have the ascendant. He is thinking about Jeffrey Epstein and the money trail, I think, and wants to pin this on the Clintons. What do we have here in the 3rd? We have the 5 of Cups. Disappointment. What do we have in the 4th? Bearing down on us. Oh, the 10 of Cups. Oh, this one's the 10 of Cups. Wait, where was the... Anyway. This one is the 10 of Cups. This is the Republican Party. With Saturn. Oh, that is interesting. What do we have in the 5th? For that related to the sun, we have the 2 of Wands, communications abroad. So the Republican Party and Donald are communicating and doing something. God, I hope it's not with Putin against the people. Because last week, the Republican Party was in Putin's house, the 9th house. What's in the 9th house? Putin's house has the Fool, a new start, a new beginning. That is the sign of Uranus, the planet Uranus, which is here in the 8th, which it has to do with uranium, like literally. Something sudden, shocking. The Fool. God, now I want to look at the Putin chart for Moscow. Okay, now in the 8th, 10 of Swords. Donald has 10 of Swords in his back. This is 10 of Swords in Donald's back because we might be getting sudden news. Look at this square to news and messages. And this has to do with taxes. This is money. And so I wonder if Donald or someone's going to take action because they need another distraction because this news is coming out. And if he's leaving, wouldn't it be... Oh. And if he's leaving, wouldn't it be nice if we were like, see ya, so long. Okay. Let's get on to our deck.